Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Monday Night Raw results and main event. Spoilers. Birthdays. Hall of Famer Deborah. Medusa. Maselli turned 53 years old today, while former WWE star Shelly Martinez turned 37. You got one birthday that I didn't get on Valentine's Day. Outback Jack turned 59 years old. And One Man Gang turned 57 years old. Former Divas champion Kelley was backstage for Raw in Las Vegas. A fallout video at this link. From the show Wags, reality TV star says that she has a home in the area and decided to come and visit after being away for 4 years. Kelley also talked about what she's done since leaving WWE, getting married and more. She said she would love to have one more run with WWE in the future, and says there is a chance that we see her at WrestleMania 33, and she will be doing an access signing. After Sunday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view went off the air in Phoenix, new WWE champion Bray Wyatt received "You Deserve a Chance" from the crowd until he made his exit. As noted, Rock's $7 promotion and WWE Studios are teaming up for a movie based on Paige and her family called Fighting with My Family. Game of Thrones star Lena Headey and actor Nick Frost have joined the cast. Plus, The Rock will be making a cameo in the movie. Rock wrote the following on a $17.5 million deal for worldwide rights that MGM has secured. Crazy that this passion project I'm producing started years ago when I was in London filming and couldn't sleep. Clearly, I didn't have my tequila. So at 3 a.m., I turned the TV on in my hotel suite and watched a documentary on a UK channel about a local wrestling family. The doc was intriguing, unpredictable, and heartfelt. I had a hunch the narrative would make an interesting movie. And here we are, starting production this week and fortunate enough to sign this kind of deal. I couldn't be happier for everyone who's worked so hard bringing the passion of this project to life. Hashtag Fighting with My Family. Hashtag $7 prods. Hashtag Mission Films. Hashtag Film 4. Hashtag WB Films. Hashtag MGM. Also, you can see the same thing on Instagram.com/The Rock. Noted before that TNA knockout, Lady Tapa was among those at the recent WWE Performance Center tryouts. WWE posted this video looking at the former Gut Check winner and TNA star, Lady Tapa. As seen, WWE opened last night's Raw in Las Vegas with a graphic in memory of WWE Cruiserweight Champion Chavo Guerrero Sr., who passed away at the age of 68 this weekend. Show you a picture of that. And what they posted on Raw. He is the next generation. Going back to Lady Tapa, she is the next generation star, daughter of Barbarian. Called her WWE name is Sini Drawn. Looks like a thief busted the windows out of a rental car that Heath Slater and other WWE superstars were traveling in for Monday's live event in Oakland, California. Connor and Victor of the Ascension indicated on Twitter that they had a book bag stolen from the car. Later tweeted the photo of the damage. Show you the car at least. At Heath Slater OMRB. Would you look at that? Welcome to Oakland. Victor at Victor Rise WB. Positivity gone. Whoever stole my backpack today is a real champion of humanity. And again, Heath Slater tweeted, would you look at that? Welcome to Oakland. Show you a picture of the car. Connor tweeted at Heath Slater OMRB. Anyone seen my book bag? Hashtag Wasteland. Hashtag approved. AJ Styles spoke with Express Sports and talked about who he still wants to face in WWE. There are many whom I am yet to compete with. Styles said there are some Raw guys, but one person I would like to lay my hands on is Randy Orton. As noted, Chinese recruits Gao Lei, Gu Wangming, Cheng Yusheng, and Wang Xiaolong recently reported to the WWE Performance Center to begin working with the company. And there's a video of Ho Lun picking the recruits up at the airport in Orlando and taking them to their new home. WWE NXT superstar Nikki Cross recently spoke with Brian Campbell of ESPN.com. The full interview can be seen on ESPN.com. Transforming her into her sanity persona before going out. Basically, I just think about stuff that would make me that angry and at the world and things that make me distressed. It's basically thinking about every bad thing that have ever happened to me or a family member, and you just bring it to the surface. The whole world is against you. This is so competitive that it's easy for me to get into the mindset because it's like, no, this is mine. With sanity, our mindset is we're taking it. We're taking this industry and we're going to change this industry. We are going to make everyone rethink the way this industry is. That's an easy mindset to get into because that's the way we feel. Eric Young's vision for sanity that has rubbed off on the other members. We are vicious and we are here to take. We want to reinvent the industry. We want to change the way that people look at groups and stables. We want to do so much more than has been done before. How she describes herself as a performer, at the end of the day, there is no one else in the world like me. So my wrestling style isn't going to be like anyone else either. Human beings are the same, so wrestlers aren't the same. I'm me, and there is only no one else like me. I'm going to keep doing that because it's me. Shane McMahon has been announced for the March 13th live event from Madison Square Garden in New York City. Below is the updated card for that event. Bray Wyatt versus champion John Cena. Well, it was advertised as WWE champion, but now it's a role reversal. Bray Wyatt's the champion. Brock Lesnar versus Universal champion Kevin Owens. So it's a dual show. Baron Corbin versus Miz versus Intercontinental champion Dean Ambrose. Usos versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions American Alpha. Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. Dolph Ziggler versus Apollo Crews. SmackDown's Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. Mickie James, Natalya, and Carmella versus Nikki Bella. Tamina Snuka, Naomi, and Becky Lynch. Well, another role reversal. Naomi's now your champion. Rhino, Heath Slater, and Kalisto versus Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and Kurt Hawkins. Daniel Bryan noted on Twitter that he is back to weightlifting after taking a few months off. He posted the following video, and this video here, and wrote, "Go back to some cleans after months off. Don't try this at home. At least not the way I do it, because my form is horrible. Hashtag Rehab Plus, PHX. Yeah, baby, take the following matches last night from Las Vegas and for this week's main event episode. Jinder Mahal versus Sin Cara. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. And the results for that, Jinder Mahal defeated Sin Cara. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali defeated Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. Raw opened up with a graphic memory of Chavo Guerrero Sr. Live from Las Vegas and power goes off. Michael Cole welcomes us to the show. He's joined in by Byron Sexton, Corey Graves, and the Hype Tonight show. Right to the ring, JoJo introduces Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon, who makes her way out to booze. Stephanie says Mick Foley has been given the week off after embarrassing himself during Samoa Joe's contract signing last week. She believes he will have his priorities in order when he returns. Stephanie says she will be running Raw tonight, but the music interrupts. Out comes Roman Reigns and more booze. Reigns says he's going to keep this short and sweet. He's not waiting until Fastlane. He wants Braun Strowman right now. Stephanie asks fans if they want Roman versus Braun tonight, as they do. Stephanie says the people don't care about Reigns. They don't care that he was beaten up last week and isn't 100% tonight. Stephanie says that the fans don't care about Reigns' health, but she does. Reigns doesn't care about what anyone thinks about him, especially Stephanie. Stephanie says Reigns is failing to see the bigger picture as usual. She announced that Braun is already in action tonight against Mark Henry. Reigns says that that sounds like one hell of a fight. Maybe he will watch it live at ringside. Stephanie says if Reigns lays a hand on Braun, maybe she will take away his match at Fastlane or any opportunity he had at WrestleMania 33. Reigns says maybe he's not making himself clear enough. Music interrupts. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champions Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Gallows and Anderson mock Reigns for not getting what he wants. Then they propose a handicap match against Reigns. Stephanie mentions 2017 WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long and makes the match. Playa. Handicap match. Roman Reigns versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The champions march to the ring and Reigns meets them at ringside. And a brawl breaks out before we go to commercial. Back from the ring, Gallows is working over Reigns. Anderson comes in for a double team and a 2 count. Reigns fights back and knocks Gallows off the apron. Reigns with a clothesline on Anderson. Reigns with a big forearm off the ropes. Reigns with shots in the corner. Now his fans count along. Reigns knocks Gallows off the apron again. Anderson eats a big boot. Reigns stands tall for a mixed reaction. Gallows comes back to the apron but gets decked, allowing Anderson to roll Reigns up for a 2 count. Reigns with a Superman punch on Anderson. Gallows attacked from behind again. Champions double team Reigns as the referee warns him. The double team continues as the referee calls for the bell. Winner by disqualification, Roman Reigns. After the match, Gallows and Anderson go for the Magic Killer, but Reigns counters and hits a suplex on Gallows. Reigns then tosses Gallows to the floor and hits him with a Superman punch when he returns to the apron. Anderson comes in with a steel chair, but Reigns boots him in the face. Reigns stands tall with a chair as his music hits. Gallows and Anderson retreat and look on from the ramp. Still to come, Henry versus Strowman, plus a Festival of Friendship. We get you a video package looking at best friends. We got a commercial. Back from the break, announcers discuss the new documentary with HBO on Andre the Giant. Kofi Kingston versus Bo Dallas was up next. We go to the ring. Out comes Kofi Kingston and Big E and Xavier Woods. Bo Dallas waits in the ring. They cut promos knocking Bo and promoting potential New Day ice cream. They have the blueprints for the ice cream and will share the details of after Kofi makes quick work of Bo. The match starts and Kofi sends Bo to the floor with a drop kick as fans chant for ice cream. Bo ends up with the ice cream blueprints. Big E and Woods beg him not to rip them up, but he does anyways. Kofi goes over the top rope and takes Bo out. Kofi re-enters the ring and Bo decks him. Bo drops Kofi with a neck breaker off the ropes for a close pin attempt, but only gets 2 count. Bo stands tall before taking Kofi to the corner. Kofi ends up catching Bo with an SOS for an easy win. After the match, New Day's in the ring and fills Bo's mouth with Bootio cereal before celebrating the win. Charlie Caruso's backstage with WWE Cruiserweight Champion Neville. He's not worried about Jack Gallagher and will dismantle him at Fastlane. Neville mentions he will face TJ Perkins on 205 Live this week. Gallagher appears and has words with Neville. Neville says he's just a boy and out of his depth. Neville says Gallagher is simply not on his level. Gallagher tells him to calm down and says they will find out at Fastlane. Gallagher disses Neville before walking off. Another video package for best friends. Jack Gallagher versus Noam Dar was up next. Back from the break, Austin Aries on commentary. Noam Dar waits in the ring with Alicia Fox in as Gallagher makes his way out. Bell rings and they go at it. Gallagher takes it to the corner, but is forced to back off. They lock up again and Gallagher has some early offense, but Dar takes control. Dar works over Gallagher in the corner as Fox looks on. Dar works on the leg. Dar keeps control and covers for a 2 count. Gallagher with a few counters before nailing a pair of drop kicks. Dar runs into a headbutt and goes down. Gallagher follows up with a running corner drop kick for the win. After the match, Gallagher stands tall as we go to replays. Cruiserweight champion Neville comes out on stage. His pyro goes off and his music plays. Neville raises the title as Gallagher stares him down from the ring. We get a Lobo pulling up to the arena in the back. Samoa Joe steps out. Triple H steps out on the other side. And they walk into the arena together. Cole hopes we get an interview with them. Still to come tonight, Emma is back as Emelina. We got a commercial. Back from the break, and we get a video package for the best friends. We're going to the stage. Out comes Emma, making her return as Emelina. She says we waited 17 weeks for the makeover from Emma to Emelina, but now we will see the makeover from Emelina to Emma. She walks to the back, as some fans boo. Charlie is backstage with Bayley. She has a good, nervous energy tonight and mentions that she and Charlotte will be in the main event tonight. Bayley says she came close at the Royal Rumble, but tonight she's going to the jackpot and in Las Vegas and achieve her dream. Jericho and Kevin Owens backstage. Jericho asks if Owens is ready for the Festival of Friendship. Jericho says it's going to be huge. He apparently has surprises lined up. Triple H walks up and wants to talk, but only Owens. It seems like Jericho doesn't like this. Triple H and Owens leave together. Back from the break, and we see Triple H talking to Kevin Owens, but we can't hear what they're saying. Seems to me it could be a storyline change here. Triple H probably telling him, well, go ahead and beat him up. Well, we got Braun Strowman versus Mark Henry. We go to the ring. Out first comes Braun Strowman. Mark Henry's out next. They have words in the middle of the ring before locking up and then breaking it up. They lock up again and break again before coming face to face. Braun leads him in the gut and fights Henry into the corner. Henry fights out and works Braun into the opposite corner. Braun gets in a cheap shot and drops Henry with a clothesline. Braun keeps control and mocks Henry. Braun keeps Henry grounded now. Henry makes it back up, but Braun drops him with a big forearm over the chest. Henry blocks another shot to the chest. Henry fights back with a big right. Henry splashes Braun in the corner. Henry with another splash. Henry scoots Braun for the world's strongest slam, but Braun shifts his weight and falls on top of Henry. Braun fights Henry off and drop kicks him. Braun scoots Henry and hits power slam for the win. After the match, Braun stood tall. Stands tall as Roman Reigns. Music hits, and out he comes to the ring. Braun blasts Reigns off the apron. Tells him to bring it. Reigns stares Braun down and goes back up to the apron. Reigns catches Braun and drops his neck over the top rope. Reigns enters the ring and nails a Superman punch, but Braun is still standing. Reigns with another Superman punch to send Braun to one knee. Reigns goes for the spear, but Braun catches him with a running power slam. Braun leaves the ring as his music hits, and Reigns tries to recover. Still to come segment, Bayley vs. Charlotte in the main event. We see Samoa Joe getting ready for a backstage interview. They hear another video package on the best friends before going back to commercial. Cesaro and Sheamus are backstage warming up with Bayley when Enzo and Amore and Big Cass walk in. They argue about what happened last week to set up their match. We go backstage to Michael Coleslaw for a sit-down interview with Samoa Joe. Joe says he came here to hurt people, and the only person's opinion he cares about is Triple H. Coleslaw asks why he thinks Triple H chose this moment to take Joe from WWE NXT to Raw. Joe says his results speak for themselves. Coleslaw then says people think Joe is here because Triple H is scared of Seth Rollins. Joe goes on about what he's done and how no one else coming out of NXT has been like him. Joe says he's wreaked havoc for 18 years, but WWE was scared to hire him. He gives Rollins props, but says he couldn't last 2 minutes in the ring with him. Joe doesn't care who they put in front of him. He will destroy him. Joe says Rollins is going to miss WrestleMania for the second year in a row, all thanks to him. Coleslaw asks about Rollins, saying he's going to return to slay Triple H. Joe asks if this interview is about him or Triple H. He keeps hearing Triple H's name brought up, and he's getting annoyed. Joey says if Rollins does come back, he has no problem putting Rollins back on the shelf. Coleslaw then asks about Joe's debut match against Roman Reigns last week. Joe touted the victory and said in 2 weeks he beat the man and the guy, and in the 18 years prior, he's beaten up everyone else. Joe says he's here to wreck shop and take everything from everyone. Joe says he's not like Sami Zayn, who's just happy to be on Raw. He's here to make a statement, and it's simple. No one on the roster can stand toe-to-toe with him. Coleslaw brings up guys from past like Batista, Randy Orton, Rollins, and Shawn Michaels that Triple H had a relationship with, only to see those relationships go sour. Joe says the difference between him and those superstars is they needed Triple H to prop them up and get the job done. Joe says he's not them. He doesn't need Triple H's help. He comes in and gets the job done all on his own. Finally, Triple H has someone who he can rely on because Joe knows what's best for business. Joe says if anyone gets in his way, they will find out what the creator unleashed the destroyer as Joe walks off. Sami Zayn versus Rusev was up next. Go to the ring, out comes Sami Zayn. Back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes Rusev and Lana. Rusev is still wearing the protective mask for his nose. Back and forth start. Sami avoids a kick, and they lock up again. Rusev takes Sami to the mat and keeps him grounded. Rusev with a 1 count. Fan chant for Lana as the match starts slow. Sami fights up and out, going on to send Rusev to the floor with a drop kick. Sami runs the ropes and nails a dive. They bring it back in, and Rusev nails a big kick to send Sammy back to the floor. We go to commercial. Back from the break. Rusev is still in control. Sammy tries to fight out of a bear hug, but Rusev hits a fall-away slam. Rusev face guard falls off. They end up top as Sammy unloads. Sammy headbutts Rusev to the mat. Sammy jumps but rolls through. Rusev with an insecure for a 2 count. Rusev with 2 more pin attempts. Trade shots in the corner as Rusev knocks Sammy down. Hits another running splash in the corner. Rusev charges again, but Sammy moves and Rusev goes over the post to the floor. Rusev pulls Sammy from the apron and clotheslines him to the floor. Rusev brings him back in the ring, but Sammy ends up catching him with a haluva kick for the win out of nowhere. After the match, Sammy celebrated as we get replays. Charlie is waiting for him on the stage. She asked if this was a boost of confidence. Sammy felt like he had momentum going into the WWE US title match, and losing sucked. Even though Kevin Owens interfered, Sammy says tonight was a step in the right direction, a huge win over a huge opponent. Sammy goes on about not staying down and brings up Samoa Joe's comments from earlier. Sammy knocks Joe and says he's not a sellout like Joe. Sammy says the one thing on everyone's mind is this time of year is WrestleMania. The music hits and Sammy waits for Joe to come out. Sammy waits, but Joe doesn't appear. Joe comes running from near the announcer table and attacks Sammy from the side. Joe beats Sammy down and sends him face first into the big screen. Joe applies a coquina clutch and takes Sammy down. Sammy goes to sleep, and Joe breaks a hold. Joe stands tall over Sammy to a mixed reaction. Joe tells Sammy to put respect on his name, and if he's going to say it. We see Charlotte backstage, warming up for the main event. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get Coleslaw leading us to the Hall of Fame video for Teddy Long. Akira Tozawa makes his Raw debut against Ariya Daivari. We go to ring, out comes Akira Tozawa. Austin Aries back on commentary. Brian Kendrick has also joined him. Ariya Daivari is out next. Back and forth start. Tozawa is really trying to get his chance over. They go at it, and Daivari drops Tozawa on his head for a close 2 count. Daivari mounts Tozawa, which strikes and drops a big knee for another pin attempt. Tozawa makes a comeback and does a big dive to the floor. Tozawa brings it back into the ring and goes to the top. Tozawa is forced to roll through. He kicks Daivari but misses another. Tozawa hits the bridging German suplex on Daivari for the win. After the match, Kendrick stands up at the announcer table and applauds Tozawa as he celebrates his win. We go to replays. Still to come, the Festival of Friendship. We get another video package on Owens and Jericho. Back from the break, U.S. Champion Chris Jericho introduces the Festival of Friendship. A group of Vegas showgirls come out first. Jericho is out next with a list and a microphone. Jericho introduces his best friend, Universal Champion Kevin Owens. Owens comes out, but it looks like he's not sure about this festival. Jericho dances to the ring with showgirls right behind him. Owens is trailing behind, and he's not thrilled. Jericho enters the ring, which is all done in red. There's a TV screen, a few items being covered. Owens enters the ring, but is still not excited. Jericho has several gifts to prove how much Owens means to him. He wanted to have something special created. He scoured the globe and found a Norwegian artist, Ralph Guggenheim, to create a statue. Jericho revealed the statue in a minimalist piece with 2 of them intertwined. Okay, up a picture. He said he paid $7,000 for it. Jericho's next revealed a painting of the two, a best friend's version of the creation of Adam by Michelangelo. Owens is horrified. Fans chant yes at the painting, which Jericho calls the creation of Kevin. Jericho mentions Owens hanging this in his house, but Owens would never do such a thing because he has kids and Jericho doesn't even have pants on in the painting. Jericho isn't done. He's hired Friendship, the magician from Vegas. A goofy guy in a bad suit comes into the ring with cheap magic tricks. Owens isn't impressed, but Jericho asks the crowd to give it up for Friendship. Owens says he got his 9-year-old son a magic kit for Christmas, and he can do the same trick. Jericho agrees that the Friendship's act wasn't that impressive. Friendship with the magician makes the list. Crowd chants, yay! Jericho sends the magician on his way, and he admits he found him on Craigslist. Jericho says the real gift he should have given Owens was to make sure Bill Goldberg doesn't make it to their match at Fastlane. Jericho says he's going to handle that tonight. He calls Goldberg to the ring, and we go to commercial. Back from the break, Jericho and Owens are waiting for Goldberg. His music hits, but instead, who comes out? Gilbert makes his return to the company. He heads to the ring, but Owens beats him on the ramp and beats him up. Owens leaves Gilbert laying at ringside. Owens goes back in and says he thought the whole point of this was to call Goldberg out and beat the hell out of him together. Owens doesn't understand what just happened. Fan chat with Gilbert now. Owens doesn't understand what Jericho and wants Jericho to explain. Jericho says he thought the Gilbert thing was funny. Jericho says he did all this for Owens. He just wanted to show everyone how much Owens meant to him. Jericho says he had so much working with Owens in the past year, and that's made one of his favorite years in his career. Then Jericho says he's never had chemistry with anyone like he has with Owens. Jericho thanks Owens for making everything better. Jericho guarantees he will help Owens come out on top at Fastlane. Jericho says Owens will beat Goldberg because he has his back because they're best friends. Jericho says they're brothers and he loves Owens. Owens apologizes and says he loves Jericho too. They hug. He knows he's going to walk out of Fastlane as champion. Owens feels bad now. He got Jericho something too. But it's nothing compared to what Jericho did for him. Owens hands Jericho the gift that says it comes from the heart. It's a new list. Jericho says the other list was getting beat up in full. Jericho stops and asks why his name is on the list. He turns it over and sees that it's a KO list. Owens attacks Jericho and beats him down. Owens destroys the props and goes to the floor where Jericho is and throws the list at him and launches him into the barrier. Owens keeps up the attack and stands tall as the fans boo. Owens grabs Jericho and powerbombs him into the apron. Owens brings Jericho into the ring and throws him headfirst into the TV screen. The big holy shit chant breaks out. Referee sends to Jericho and Owens makes his exit as the fans boo. Go to commercial. Back from a break. We see what just happened with Owens and Jericho. We see Jericho loaded up on a stretcher and taken away by ambulance. And now to play up the seriousness of the situation. And then we get Enzo Amore versus Cesaro. We go to the ring. Out comes Enzo and Big Cass. Cut promos on Sheamus and Cesaro before we go to another commercial. Back from the ring. Out comes Cesaro first. Sheamus is right behind him and they head to the ring together. Cesaro takes control with a big uppercut early on. Cesaro with a gut wrench slam in front of Cass. Enzo goes to the floor and comes back in for a pin attempt, but Cesaro overpowers him, drops into a big backbreaker. Cesaro with a double stomp to the gut. Cesaro with a running uppercut in the corner and a big chop. Cesaro with another running uppercut. Cesaro runs into a boot. Enzo catches him with a big DDT. Cass rallies for Enzo, but Cesaro rolls out of the way. Enzo runs the ropes, but Cesaro catches him with a big uppercut for the win. After the match, Sheamus threw a towel with Cesaro as Cass comes in. They have words. As Sheamus shoves Cass, but Cesaro backs him away. Cass checks on Enzo as it goes to replays. Enzo and Cass leave as Cesaro and Sheamus look on from the ring. Byron Saxon leads us to a Black History Month video for Rosa Parks. Charlotte backstage, walking to the ring. She stops, sees Sasha Banks, saying she should be banned from backstage for bringing down morale. They have words as Charlotte points to Sasha's injured knee, saying she can't walk to talk. Charlotte tells Sasha to have a seat and watch how it's done. Match commercial. Women's title match, Bayley versus Charlotte. Back in the ring, out comes Bayley for the main event. Raw Women's Champion Charlotte was out next. We get formal ring introduction from JoJo. They lock up and go to the ropes. They lock up again, and Charlotte takes a stroll. Taking Bayley to the mat, they trade holds, but Charlotte shows Bayley up. Charlotte poses, but Bayley comes from behind for a 1 count. Bayley with an arm drag to keep Charlotte grounded. More back and forth on the mat. Charlotte goes to the ropes for a breather. Bayley goes right after her. Charlotte shoves her in the corner. Bayley fires right back with a smack that sends Charlotte to the floor with another breather. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Charlotte's in control, but Bayley turns it around and unloads. Charlotte ends up launching the back of Bayley's neck into the turnbuckles. Charlotte mounts Bayley with right hands. Charlotte keeps control and works on the neck. Bayley comes back with a jawbreaker, but Charlotte cuts her comeback off. Charlotte with a neck breaker combo, holding it into a neck submission. Charlotte with another neck breaker. Charlotte keeps control and drops Bayley with a hard chop. Charlotte with a standing dragon sleeper now. Bayley makes it to the ropes and reverses the hold. It's broken, but Bayley kicks her into the corner. Charlotte ends up knocking Bayley off the apron with a big boot as she tries to make another comeback. Charlotte goes out and sends Bayley into the barrier. Charlotte goes to the top of the barrier and crashes into Bayley with a moonsault. Charlotte brings it back in the ring, but Bayley kicks out at 2. Charlotte covers for another 2 count. Charlotte with another pin attempt at the barrier as she shows frustration. They trade shots. Bayley blocks a boot and unloads. Charlotte stops her with a chop of her own. Charlotte with a big boot to the back. They collide in midair and they both go down. Bayley gets up and unloads for the comeback. Bayley with a big suplex. Bayley hits a springboard elbow for a 2 count. Bayley with more offense until Charlotte suckers her in. Bayley comes right back with a side suplex. Bayley goes to the top and hits a big elbow drop for another close 2 count. Charlotte comes back and hits a boot. Charlotte goes up top, but Bayley cuts her off. Bayley climbs up and nails the top rope hurricanrana for a 2 count. Dana Brooke appears on the apron, but Bayley knocks her down. Bayley counters Charlotte and gets a figure 4 applied on Charlotte. Dana rakes Bayley in the eyes as the hold is broken. Fans boo. Charlotte applies the figure 4 and bridges it into the figure 8. Sasha Banks runs down and breaks the crutch over Dana's back. She nails Charlotte and the hold is broken. Bayley hits Bayley's belly suplex for the win and becomes the new women's champion. After the match, Bayley's music hits and Sasha looks on. Bayley celebrates with the title. Sasha hits the ring to join her and both get emotional as we go to replays. We come back and the celebration continues as the fans cheer for Bayley. Raw goes off the air with a new champion celebrating. Nothing for main event dark matches for Raw. For this week, thanks again. Peace out. See you on be. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.